Hello, and welcome to Antonia's Promise podcast. Do you believe in miracles? Well, then I have a story for you. Antonia's Promise podcast is a true story and testimony filled with miracles, healings, love, and hope. On February 10, 2019, I prayed for a miracle with my rosary wrapped tight around my hand and a picture of Jesus by my side. I prayed that if God granted me my miracle, then I promised that I would speak love and light as a vessel for Him. On February 11, 2019, the day of the sick feast of Lady of Lords, I received my miracle. I'd love to invite guest speakers on my podcast to share their stories of miracles, healings, and hope, and how God has created and granted miracles in their life. Join me and others as we bring love and light to listeners. Hello, my name is Antonia Tomeo, and I am the founder of Antonia's Promise podcast. Today, I would like to introduce you to a very special guest by the name of Lisa Ascolese, who is very near and dear to my heart. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Antonia. My face hurts, okay?
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
smiling from being so proud of you. I'm
Mm,
smiling. I'm not going to say I can't believe you're here and doing this because I can.
mm-hmm.
So proud of you. But keep on going. Do the
Okay.
introduction.
Well, it's interesting because I feel like the shoe is on the other foot, right? Like I came into your offices in 2019, really excited
Really?
with a story, right? I had nothing but a story. I had an idea, I had a story, I had this image in my mind, I had rosaries on the table. And all I can remember is you saying, "Do you smell that? Do you smell that?" I get that a lot, like, "Do you smell that? Do you smell that?" Remember the roses?
Yep.
And I had this image of a person bent, broken in prayer on its knees. And I had this story, but I had nothing else. And you took me from concept to fruition the right way. And Antonia's Promise podcast is a true story of healings, miracles, and hope through the intercession of the Virgin Mary through Jesus Christ, her Son. And I love talking about that. And I can't believe I'm here. You're right, because I started with the story that we created the crosses together, Lisa the Inventress. And you are my number one, and you are so special to me because without you, I wouldn't have created my brand. I wouldn't have created my crosses, and that relaunched to, shirts and I drew sneakers and I did sneakers and all the kinds of fun things. But and that's the miracle, right? God put me in the right place at the right time with the right people, and I always say it takes a village. And Antonia's Promise is something that I vow to do and speak love and light. And here we are today, expanding on that, right? But Lisa, I know that you also have an amazing connection to God, and God has performed great miracles in your life. Tell me, what has God done for you and your story?
What hasn't he done?
Hmm.
So, Antonia, first, hold on a second. That
Yeah.
introduction, I'm so proud of you. And this is, I
Mhm.
mean, everybody made such a wonderful introduction. But I want to say, I mean, you're like a baby to me. You came and you had this idea and
Mhm.
this vision and this purpose, and are living it. You're living it and you're feeding other people's souls. So let me just start with that. Let's not talk about me. I'm turning this, I'm turning this conversation around. You have with your invention, yes, you came to me with an idea, we expanded upon it, but you're touching lives every single day. And I so appreciate that. And that you built this brand that continues to grow in ways that I'm sure you never even imagined, right? We talked about this in the very beginning.
Yep. Yep.
Ways that you could not even imagine, but you're doing it. So the miracles that, to answer your question, what God has done that I can see is everyday things, Antonia. Meeting you, meeting, I mean, the people in my life, my children, my grandchildren, the blessings that I can see that I didn't even ask for, because I don't necessarily ask, and I don't ask for blessings. I ask God to guide me through things, right?
Mhm,
Every single day, guide me. When I wake up in the morning, guide me. Direct these lips, this
mhm.
tongue. So the blessings are what I do for a living too. I mean, that I can be here on this podcast with you, right? And you're
Mhm.
talking about what has happened. You're talking about me helping you to build your brand. But this to me is a blessing that this even happened. So
Yeah,
this is a part of one of the blessings. You're
yeah.
talking about your business, you're talking about how I came into your life. Like, this is a blessing to me. You know what I say every single day. My goal is to see every single one of my clients succeed by the grace of God. And I say that every day,
Mhm,
hands down.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
I mean, the typical things people would say is family, children, all of those things. And I am so blessed to have that. But I see miracles happening. I see you. I see the miracles that have happened in your life. So to answer that question, there you go.
Hmm. What would you say your story is and what brought you close to God from when you were a much younger person? What brought you to him?
When I was about 16, I think, about 16 years old, I was compelled to read the Bible.
Mm,
Don't know why. I mean, not for, well, my parents brought us to church and all of that stuff, and but they weren't I'm trying to find the right words because people will see this. My parents weren't the people who forced us to go to church. We went to church and we enjoyed going to church. But at 16 years old, something happened that made me want to really try to understand my natural connection I had with Jesus. Can't tell you how, what, why, what happened. Um, but from the time I was 16 years old until now, even now, watching all of the Easter movies, the Jesus on the cross movies, you name it,
mhm,
it
mhm,
just became a part of my life. But my parents were also, I have to say, number one, they always, it was God first in our house. God first, love, life. So it came from there. It came from there. But
and that grew.
naturally, but naturally for me, I have a natural connection and a love of Jesus Christ and a personal connection, a personal relationship.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what he wants, right? He wants us to have that personal relationship. And
Yep.
it's funny because you had said since you were a young girl, you had
Mhm.
faith in your family. And so
Oh, it's
did
very
I.
true.
I
Yeah.
had faith, but
Hmm.
as I got older, I seeked him more. And the more
Hmm.
I seeked him, the closer I became to him. And now I also have that personal relationship with him. And yes, every day I have miracles in my life. I consider you a miracle. All the people that I've worked with a miracle. I do believe I have angels in my life, and I talk about those angels all the time. And you're an angel in my life. You
Yeah.
know, you helped me create my line, but you also mentored me. You also guided me. You also were very motherly to me, you know, and I find that to be a blessing, truthfully, because, you know, I needed to have that with you in the time that I needed it the most. And you, because you had that connection to God, understood what I was doing and what I was creating and the depth of it. And you also believed in me very much because you knew I had that connection to God, but you had it as well. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
felt
you
at
were,
the
you
time,
were, so, I'm sorry, you were so passionate too. I mean, you had that inner passion.
hmm
It's very easy to see too. I mean, you had the passion and you were ready, Antonia.
hmm
And you always have to be ready.
hmm
And God readied you. He made you ready at the time we connected.
yeah, yeah. I am. I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. And I feel that, you know, when I was thinking about who I wanted to have on the show, my heart resonated with you in my mind. And, I had this connection with you with Faith, and it was just so important for me to work with someone who had that equal connection to be able to understand what it was that I was doing. And God just kept opening doors, and we just kept walking through those doors. So I thank you for being on the show today. I thank you for being a part of my life and for being a mentor and such a wonderful example of womanhood and a OE, and being able to get together with you and such beautiful like-minded women, right, who share the faith. On Mother's Day, it's interesting. I came to the conference and I purchased a book from one of the women that were there. Her name was Renee. I forget her last name at the moment. And I remember the packaging just being so beautiful. And I always love beautiful packaging. And
And because you make beautiful packaging too.
thank you. And with you, we did that together. But I remember picking up this book, and I remember putting it on the side, and then having my AOE bag and putting it on the side. And then Mother's Day morning, I wanted to get up and I wanted to meditate and kind of be with myself before the kids woke up with my cup of coffee. And I remember taking my AOE bag, and I remember taking the book. And I didn't really know what the book was about, but I knew it was a faith-filled book. And I took the book, and I was so pleased with this book. And when I picked it up, all I can feel in my mind and in my heart was this woman's wisdom. And it was probably the best gift that I think I gave to myself on Mother's Day morning, was
Oh, good.
reading this book about Jesus and the teachings that Jesus taught her, and she put it down on paper. And these are the people, Lisa, that you attract in your life, and I've said that always. Like, all the women that I've met and men through AOE have been people of faith, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful.
That's a miracle.
It is a miracle. I'm grateful for that God gave me AOE, right? The Association of Women Inventors and Entrepreneurs. I'm
Yeah.
so grateful. I mean, at our 10-year event that you were there and you were able to connect with Renee and so many other people who, I don't
Yes.
even know how this happens. Well, I know how it happens, by the grace of God. But
That's
I
right.
have to keep on saying, right?
Yeah.
By the grace of God, I've been connected to magnificent people who who love him, right?
Yes.
Have their own connection. And yeah, no, it's pretty crazy,
Yep.
isn't it? It's
No, it's not.
it's it's
It's crazy,
not
but it's not. It's crazy, but it's not.
right.
It's a great ride. I
But
love it.
yes,
I'm
yeah,
so
but God
happy.
shows up and shows out all the time.
Yeah,
All
I
the time. I
always,
mean,
I
even
never fail.
little things, Antonia, like little things, little things. God, in even small conversations, I said something, I won't even say it on air because I can't even say it. I said something to someone the other day, right? I said, you know what? I really need this thing in my guest room. And he said to me, the person I was talking to, he goes, oh, I have that. I said, you have that? And he delivered it to me the next day. Little things. So then, and a month before that, and I'll tell you this one. One of my neighbors had a Flintstone car. Remember those Flintstone cars for kids? They're
Mm-hmm.
orange, yellow, and you push them around. They're plastic. I don't even know if they're made anymore by Little Tykes. And I said, wow, I need to get one of those for Olivia. I wonder if they make them anymore. The very next day, our neighborhood had a like getting rid of getting rid of things kind of thing, like not yard sale, but they just get rid of things and people come and pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, that was out on her sidewalk. She was getting rid of it.
And that's what you were thinking of.
I said it out loud. I said,
Mhm.
I need that for Olivia. It
Mhm.
was there the next day. I got it for Olivia.
Right place at the right
It
time.
just happened. I
Exactly what
said
you
it.
thought. And that happens to me a lot. I need kitchen chairs. I find the exact kitchen chairs that
But
I'm
anyway, I
looking
said
for
it
that
out
my
loud.
neighbor was getting rid of. It happened to me too.
I said it out
Same
loud.
thing. Yes, I said it out loud. Same exact thing.
You
My
got
name.
to say it out loud, and you have to
Mm-hmm,
say it to someone.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I said it out loud and I said it to someone. The next day, Brittany came over and she goes, Mommy, wait, what? You have that car? I go, Brittany, the next day, I didn't go rob the lady. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't rob her. She put it outside and she said,
God put the seed in that
What?
person's head to put it outside, and there it was.
So, yes,
Yes, for sure. Well,
ask,
Lisa, I
ask
loved
that
having you on
quick.
the show today. This was amazing. I love talking about all things God. I have something I wanted to ask you, which I'm
Sure.
asking all of my guests. Do you have a question for me?
How does it feel to be Antonia Tomeo? Listen, I've been doing this far too long, honey. I've been doing this for so long.
It feels really, really good. If you would have asked, if you would have told me that this would have been me 6 years ago, I would have said you have the wrong girl. I don't think you're talking about the right person. But in hindsight, you are talking about the right
Wow.
person. And I'm really happy, Lisa. I love what I'm doing. I love my company. I love the smiles I put on people's faces. I love helping others in my daytime job and in Antonia's Promise. I'm happy. I am truly, truly, truly happy. And I'm doing me for the first time in a very, very long time. So it feels great being
Um,
Antonia Tomeo. Thank you for asking me that. So, Lisa,
you
tell
know.
me, where can we find you and where can we go?
So inventingatoz.com.
Mhm.
That's inventingatoz.com. But hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Because we didn't talk about my book.
That's right.
So
That's right. Tell
I'm
me.
Lisa Ascolese the Inventress. I'm the CEO and founder of Inventing A to Z, trying to get this out of the glare. CEO and founder of Inventing A to Z. My latest, I'm an author, by the way. My book is called The Inventress's Guide to Inventing the Right Way, All or Nothing Now or Never. You can find this on Amazon as a bestseller. And yeah, so inventingatoz.com, Lisa Ascolese, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever the new things are. Whatever the new things are, the icons are, I'm there.
Good.
Lisa Ascolese, the Inventress.
Thank you.
Antonia, congratulations.
Thank you. This is the woman that took me from concept to fruition the right way. So I can vouch for that book. I can vouch for AOE. I could vouch for you. I love you so much. I
I
thank you for
love you
being here
too.
today. And I
I
know this isn't going to be the last time we speak.
no, I love you, Antonia.
I
Thank
love you,
you.
Lisa. Thank you
Congratulations.
so much. Thank you so
So,
much.
yes.
All right. Talk soon.
Talk soon. Bye.
So you just heard from the inventress, Lisa Ascolese, who's been a friend, mentor, and a person who has helped me take my product from concept to fruition the right way. Lisa has such a beautiful story how she was compelled to read the Bible at 16 years old. And I do believe that that was the Holy Spirit pulling at her heartstrings to get closer to Him. I can honestly say that I can relate to that because I also felt very compelled to create my cross. So that resonated with me. Lisa's a beautiful person, and anybody that has the honor of meeting her, being mentored by her, and working with her is a true blessing. Thank you so much for listening today, and I hope and pray that anything that was said today inspires you to know that there is hope. Thank you for listening. Please visit antoniaspromise.com today for more information and to learn more about my true story of healing and miracles through faith and in Jesus Christ.